Reince Priebus may have one of the hardest jobs in America as chairman of the RNC. He's in charge of uniting the party behind its presumptive presidential nominee, Donald Trump.
And this is the cover story of the latest Bloomberg Businessweek. Author Josh Green joins us now. So you were telling us earlier that he's kind of like a foil to Donald Trump, the presumptive nominee.
You know, if you were a reality TV show producer and you were casting somebody to be kind of the straight man foil to Donald Trump, it would be Reince Priebus, who is a sweet, quiet, gentle man who wants to do good things in the world. And everything that he's worked to build over the last 5 years, Trump has kind of come through like a wrecking ball and probably set back his efforts to kind of moderate and broaden the appeal of the Republican Party.
So the cover of Bloomberg Businessweek, where he's kind of sitting in his desk with his head in his hands, I mean, is that an accurate description of your interview and your conversation with him?
I believe that it is, yes. I had long interviews in the piece with both Priebus and Donald Trump, and what I really kind of grapple with is that each of them has their own vision of where they think the Republican Party should go. Priebus's mission for 5 years after Romney's loss was to moderate the image of the party, to work really hard to try and attract non-white voters, millennials, women, whereas Trump has this kind of nativist, populist brand that smashes political correctness and could do great damage to the future of the Republican Party if he doesn't get elected.
I know you said he was this sweet man, but he seemed rather tense at different points when you were interviewing.
Well, he did flip out at me, yeah, in the interview. But really the tension here, and this is what I get at in the piece, is, I asked him again and again, you have a candidate who both insists Barack Obama wasn't born in the United States, has called Hispanics rapists and drug dealers. How can you possibly hope to attract Hispanics and young people and women and moderates? How can you broaden the party's appeal with Trump at the top of the ticket? And that was a question he had a difficult time answering.
So you said you asked it a few times. I mean, what was the general takeaway from that answer?
The general takeaway from that answer was that he didn't like the question very much. But his deputy kind of jumped in and blew a whistle on the interview. So we went off the record for a little bit. But Priebus does insist, they've been working very hard for years. They've been reaching out in minority communities. He told me he thinks Trump will perform better with Hispanic and black voters than Mitt Romney did. Not a prediction I myself would make, but we'll see.
All right, well, he is a spokesman for the party. You also took readers inside the private meeting between Donald Trump and Paul Ryan. What did you learn there?
Well, the big issue in Republican politics right now is, can Donald Trump unite the party? And the most prominent holdout has been House Speaker Paul Ryan, who does not believe that Trump is a conservative and thinks that he's going to do great damage to the conservative movement. They had a famous summit in Washington on May 12th. Nobody leaked, nobody talked. I have a source who is inside the room and describes to our readers Trump dressing down Ryan for foolishly trying to cut entitlements while Democrats are offering more, and essentially saying, I'm Donald Trump, I'm going to put my stamp on the party. Your crowd has lost. The Republican Party is now what I say it is.